I'm picking out, it's this news thing originally started about COVID updates, right? So thank God COVID's done. So we don't have anything left to talk about that. So I try to pick out news that I think is kind of fun to talk about, newsworthy or whatever. Let's see how this goes. Let me know what you think in the comments. Should we keep the news? Should we drop it? You tell me. All right. So masks are gone, gang, for some. So the big news is that the indoor mask mandate has been lifted. So that means that organizations don't have to have a mask mandate if they don't want. Some do. There are some places that, like hospitals and things of that nature. I think airlines is a federal thing, so it's not a local thing. But the masks are gone. Now, here's what's shocking to me, and I'd like to get some feedback from Heidi and Scott on this when you guys speak. But you know. I was at Costco yesterday. So the mask mandate went away on the 25th, if I'm not mistaken, 25th of March, and yesterday was the 31st of March. So 6 days later, I go into Costco, my bi-weekly Costco ritual. 90% of the folks are wearing masks, 90%, and which was interesting to me. I mean, you do what you got to do. I didn't have mine, but I was interested about that 90% figure. Does that surprising to you? What do you think about that? No mask mandate. You walk into Costco, 90% of people are still wearing masks. Where is it at? Where is it at? How's it where you're at? Is it the same? You walk into Costco, is it going to be empty? I'm curious about that. All right. The other big news, no travel restrictions. So that's been dropped. So we don't have, there are no more the app that you had to put on, the app that you had to register with, the vaccine you had to show, the negative test. That's all out the window. So we are open. So it's going to be interesting to kind of see what's going to happen with that. Like I said earlier, I'm no longer tracking COVID stats because, as far as I'm concerned, COVID is over. Fuel contamination. So we've been tracking this one for a while. If you've been a part of this group, you've been knowing that there's been this issue about this area called Red Hill on Oahu, where there's been a fuel spill in the water supply. It's gone through all levels of dramas. There's been people that have been that lived on military bases that had to be relocated out of their homes temporarily. Those folks are back. There are some stories now. There are some concerns that Ernie Lau, the Board of Water Supply Chief Engineer and Manager, is worried that he's seeing some distressing developments secondhand. There's a story that this fuel spill may be spreading into other parts of the water supply. That's not going to be good. I don't think that's going to turn out well. But I wanted to. It's been a hot issue, so we'll be keeping our finger on that one. Vacation rental. So this is one thing I want to hear from Scott. I don't think it's been passed as law yet, but I think it's pretty much going to be a done deal. We've talked about this over the past weeks of the show. Looks like vacation rental units outside of the resort areas on Oahu will be a thing of the past. So that means that you're going to only be able to, if you're staying for a vacation, like an Airbnb, etc., it's only going to be in the three areas, which is Waikiki, Ko'olina, which is on the west side of the island, and on the north shore near Turtle Bay. Other than that, Airbnb is going to be out. So it's going to be interesting to kind of see what's going to happen with that. Scott, I'd be really interested in hearing, I think, the effect in Kailua, which was almost practically a resort area. Rental wise, that's going to be interesting. And then finally, Hawaii's population is shrinking. This is part of what the Islander Ohana is all about. More people leave Hawaii than come to Hawaii. I believe last time I checked the stats, about 50,000 people a year move to Hawaii. Every year, about 60,000 people leave Hawaii. Part of the Islander Ohana is to help you not be one of those statistics, because it's a big deal if you make a mistake. Anyway, the population it's a continuing trend. Population is going down in Hawaii by about 10,000 a year, a net negative, and that started in 2017. However, and maybe we'll touch on this when Dylan gets back. The Big Island's been growing. And actually Maui looks like it. Honolulu and Maui fell, but Hawaii, Big Island, and Kauai grew. So that's a quick